I hear all the time from people that they have a lot of trouble transitioning to red dots on pistols. And in my experience, it's because of two things. Number one is that they fundamentally misunderstand how the dot is supposed to be used. And number two is they developed the index for their pistol for irons on their presentation, but they don't take the time to develop the index for the dot. Let's go over how we can do that. The first thing is when people present the dot, their eyes immediately go to the dot. And I think some of that is because what they are used to doing is this: equal height, equal light, and they're used to staring at that front sight. So now instead of staring at the front sight, they're staring at the dot. With a dot, you don't want to be staring at it. You want to be looking through it at the target. 99% of the time, you want to not be looking at the dot, you want to be looking at the target. So the second part of this is the index. What most people do when they're shooting irons, whether or not they realize it, is they kind of rock into that final presentation. Their eyes are consciously or subconsciously tracking that front sight, and they rock into that final presentation position, and that's how they get their sights aligned, which is how you can end up staring at the dot. Staring at the front sight, now you're staring at the dot. So now you just need to break down that presentation and redevelop that index piece by piece. So you start at the finish line, on target. All right, I've got my dot, I bring it into a compressed ready, come back out on target. Come back into a compressed ready, come back out on target. And then I just add in pieces of it. Once I've developed that 100 times, 200 times, however many times it takes to really nail that in, now I can add portions to it. So now instead of starting from the compressed ready, I can start from a concealed position. And then I can add in my draw motion. If I'm starting from the holster, I can start here with my hand on the gun and then work it from there, and then start with my hand off the gun and work it from there. You just got to repeat it and develop that index. And once you develop that index, you will be faster. So those are the two biggest things that I see with people transitioning to red dots. Hopefully that helped you out. If you want to learn more, you can go to code7tactical.com and check out our Intro to Red Dot class. I'm Chad from Code 7 Tactical, and we'll see you at the range.